Forming jump rings on a steel mandrel allows you to have the size jump ring you need when you need it. I'm Sandy Lupo, and I'll show you how to use these mandrels. I'll be working with sterling silver twist wire in a soft temper. It's likely a 20 gauge, and I will make rings that will be 8mm inside diameter. To understand a little bit better about the size of the rings that I'll form, I'll show you that the mandrels that I'm speaking of have variable millimeter sizes. There are barrels that range from 6mm to 9mm on this larger one here. And on this more slender mandrel, there is a range of 1.5mm up to about 4mm. I also have on the table a bezel mandrel, which will give you a large range actually, of sizes that you can form and cut. What I'm going to do is pick up this coil of sterling silver wire, and I think I will use this mandrel right here. And I would like to make a coil of jump rings that measure 7mm on the inside. So I'll place it right here on this middle barrel. I'll allow a little bit of wire so that I can have something to hold on to as I begin to shape the wire onto the mandrel barrel. I'm just feeding the wire up, trying to be as firm as possible with it so that I can develop a nice coil. I'll continue filling up the barrel unless I just want a few rings to make so I have them when I need them. I'll cut away with this flush cutter the coil that I've made and hold on to it for when I am ready to cut. I'd like to show you how to cut the jump rings. I'll pick up this coil that I made earlier. The only tool that I'm going to work with is a flush cutter. It needs to be pointy so that you can get into each ring on the coil. The first thing I'm going to do is cut away this bit of wire here, which it really is not part of the ring that's formed. Once I've cut away, then every single time that I go in, I must rotate the cutters so that when I go into the next ring in the coil, what comes away is a jump ring that has two flush ends. You'll need that in order for them to close securely. I'll cut another jump ring for you and show you the technique. I come in with the cutter and trim away just a little bit of that cut that I made previously. I always rotate the cutters. I'll come into the very next ring of the coil and again make a cut, and what comes away is another jump ring. You can continue this process, have the jump rings that you need when you need them. You can see here that I have a few examples of chainmail bracelets, some incorporating beads, others just a continuous chainmail in different patterns. Thanks for being here with me at the Fire Mountain Gems Jewelry Making Studio, and enjoy this new wire working skill.